Welcome, everybody. It's college basketball action, and it's full steam ahead, wide open. I'm talking once again with Ross Benjamin for our daily Underdog value ticket. And again, Ross, clicking on all cylinders, won 2 more last night, 15-7 out of his last 22, and that spells production. Ross, first and foremost, good job, my friend, and glad to have you back with us. Let's get right into this thing. Georgia Tech getting 1 point against Clemson. All right, Georgia Tech won by 2 at home earlier in the year against this Clemson team. Break it down for us, Ross, and let us know why Georgia Tech's going to be the value tonight.
I just like the momentum in this game. One team has it and the other team certainly doesn't. I mean, if you look at Georgia Tech, the way they finished the regular season, they won 5 of their last 6 games. Included in those wins was a win at win versus Notre Dame, Florida State, and Pitt, and also defeated this very same Clemson team, as Mike alluded to. And also, their only loss in that stretch was at Louisville, a nationally ranked club, and they only lost that game by 3 points. So wow. They certainly come in riding momentum, Mike. On the other hand, Clemson, after going through a real good run through the mid-season point, they sort of tailed off at the end of the year. They're 3-5 in their last 8. 2 of those wins came over Boston College, who went 0-19 in ACC play this year. The other against NC State. The combination of those 2 teams' records in ACC play, 6-32 this season. Ooh. So I don't put a lot of credence in those wins by Clemson. I just like the way Georgia Tech is playing right now. I don't like the way Clemson has finished the season. And in addition, Georgia Tech 7-2 ATS in ACC road games. Now, this isn't a true road game, but just goes to show me that when they get off their home floor, they compete very well in ACC play. I'm going to take the 1 point here with Georgia Tech over Clemson.
Well, it's just hard to dispute that because of what's happening as of late, like you touched on. And, you know, Georgia Tech, and you always say it, I mean, 1 point, there's no wiggle room. So obviously an outright win is definitely not out of the question. This team is playing with momentum, as Ross was saying, viewers. And, you know, when it comes this tournament time, that's when the cream rises to the top. And I think Georgia Tech is going to get it with the 1. All right, second game, Auburn getting 3.5, Ross, at Tennessee. Now, they got blown out the last 3 games, Auburn has, but they're facing a Tennessee team without, obviously, its leading scorer in Kevin Punter, and this team is just not focused right now at all. So break it down for us, and why is Auburn going to be a ticket casher tonight, Ross?
Well, you know, Mike, when I handicapped this game, I had to hold my nose because it really stinks. But anyway, here's the thing. You know, one of these teams is going to go home today, and the other one who advances is going to go home tomorrow. That's the bottom line. Yeah. So we're looking for the least of 2 evils here, and I believe that's Auburn. These teams did split during the regular season, each team winning on their home floor. And Tennessee, 1-14 straight up in true road games and neutral site games this season. And that doesn't bode well when you're a favorite. Again, 1-14 in that role. Wow. And they also finished the year 0-4 straight up in ATS in their last 4 games. They lost those last 4 contests by an average of 19 points per game. So Auburn isn't the only one who struggled down the final stretch. I will say this about Auburn. They're a terrible shooting team, but this is a club that's been adept at getting to the free throw line over their last 5 contests. They're averaging 26 free throws per game over their last 5. They only hit 62%, but you know what, Mike? Here's my adage on that. 62% of 26 is just the same as 80% of 20. So in addition, they're getting opposition players in foul trouble, and that could bode well when you're getting a small underdog in an otherwise evenly matched game. Also, Auburn 9 3-pointers per game in conference play. Tennessee in their last 5 is allowing opposition to shoot 40% from beyond the 3-point line. I just like the value here between these 2 terrible teams. I'm going to take Auburn plus the 3.5 over Tennessee.
I love the breakdown, and I love having to hold the nose because these two teams stink. But I also looked at Auburn with its perimeter play as of late, and Tennessee just giving up, a ton of points from the perimeter. So I think that's going to pay off very well. I was scratching my head on this line. I really don't understand it, but I totally agree. One will be going home today, and one will be going home tomorrow. I think Tennessee's going to have a hard time getting up for this game without its leading scorer because that veteran leadership that Kevin Punter brings to that team, would bode very well in this tournament, but obviously he is not there. So, viewers, you heard it. Georgia Tech getting 1 against Clemson and Auburn getting 3.5 against Tennessee. Ross, thanks so much for the breakdown. Keep the momentum going and beat the book, my friend.